All right. Welcome to GUFONRadioStream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Thursday, August the 6th, 2020. So I hope you're having a nice week. Almost there to the end. It's Friday tomorrow. Got a great show coming up for you tomorrow as well. Tonight, I have a very special guest. It's sort of like a mini reunion of sorts. Like, I really didn't think we would be talking about this right now, but I'm very interested in these updates. Those of you who were here back in January, I believe it was, we talked about Mike Brown, who has video of something in the sky, and he broke it down for us, and it was very controversial. So he's going to stop in. You know who it is. In a minute, we'll bring him in. He's waiting in the wings. So with that being said, we're going to move on to our roll call. We have to do it. It is part of what we do here now, right? Do I have to keep doing it? I guess I do. Zach Dykest, monsieur. Welcome to the show. Let me see. I was going to go Stu Gerson all on it, but we're going to do Russian now, right? This is Stu Gerson. That is just awful. Canadian guy, I'll work on it. How you doing, Canadian guy? What's up north? Closer Encounters. How do you do? What do you say? Good. Been a long time, man. My glasses are all crooked. I put on the wrong ones. I'll switch them. All right. Yeah, let's switch them now. Pastor Will's here. Good to see you, PW. Coral Ann in the TV set. Tranquility Base. 69-1. There we go. I don't like these, but I have to. I have very bad allergies. My eyes were swollen last night. Multiple sneeze attacks. Frapsap, welcome to the show. And GameVet02, Lisa Marie, LM, Grimwitch. Thank you for the intros and outros. If you haven't noticed, you have all the outros of the every day, Monday through Friday, and Saturday if I do Sunday too. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm running your intro, and it may switch, but I appreciate that. Very cool stuff. People love it. Joshua Morphew, how do you do, mister? Good to see you. Tina Hisola, thank you very much for coming back. And the super chat last night, I appreciate that. Waylon Jennings. Remember Waylon Jennings? Holy mackerel. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. Super chat is back up. It is activated. See, it's showing on the bottom now, so it's true. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the show, become a Patreon, all that stuff. Usually I do it at the end, but I'm being told when you're a YouTuber, you got to say this stuff. People forget. I'm like, they know what to do. Everybody knows. You go into the link in the description if you want to find out everything about GUFON in there. Almost. Martin Reader made it. Maureen Green's here. Green Manalishi with the 2-prong crown. Rick's Realm, 2 R's are better than 1. And I don't see him yet, but we'll say hi to, who is it? Dark Hour Paranormal, and also Missy. We'll say hi to Missy. If she's not listening here, I know she's listening elsewhere. James Pierce, welcome to the show. Good to see you back. So, who do we have waiting in the wings, you ask? Well, you guys like to tease him. Call him Streetlight Mike. That's not nice. His name is Mike Brown. He's going to come on the show, and I want to welcome him back. He is off camera, but we can definitely hear him. Mike, welcome back to GUFONRadioStream.
Thank you very much, Rich.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming back on. It's sooner than expected, but apparently... And I'll let people know, you have been speaking with MUFON, right?
That's correct, yep.
Since January or before then?
Pretty much around January, I contacted MUFON.
So right when you said you were. So what I want to do is play the video real quick so people get reacquainted with it. And let me pull it up here. Oh, I have to look it up. That's right. I was trying to. Okay, I see what you sent me here. See, I was looking all over for it. It was just super easy. Here it is. All right, let's see. That's right. And today is the 6-year anniversary of that sighting.
Yep, that's right. Yep, I talked to MUFON in January of 2019. So it's been a while.
2014, right? And also, you talked. Did you send it to them when you first saw it? I can't find the video.
Now, the video is from 2014, and I contacted MUFON in 2015 around February. But then I was told by your friend Dave Scott to contact MUFON in 2019 of January. So it's been about a year and a half, and they really haven't gotten back with too much, but they do have some results.
So it's very hard. I can't find the video as we speak. It's probably buried on. You didn't remove it from YouTube, did you?
No, I saw it last week, but it did take about an hour to locate it. It is buried.
Well, I know there's people in our chat room who will look for it. If you guys can try to find it for me, let me know. It should be under Michigan UFO, Mike Michigan UFO, right? 2014.
A lot of details. Mike Michigan UFO, August 6, 2014.
Oh, I didn't put that all in exactly. Let's just do it that way and see if it gets us closer. Well, anyway, so when we looked at this video, a lot of people were skeptical because in the video it's very short and it looks like you pan away from a light post in the street or security light. Am I right on that? That's what we thought, right?
Well, there's a mercury light in frame, but way above it, 1,500 feet up, measured by CIA supercomputers in 2015, is the UFO. And it's in the background. And they measured the laser at 8 feet wide, expanding to over 30 feet. They called the whole thing refracting, which means it's changing direction while it moves through air, water, or glass. It's traveling about 30 miles an hour from west to east.
That's what you captured?
That's what I captured on video.
Okay. And then you broke it down into 64,000 individual frames, right?
That means screenshots, about 80,000 today, where you just take a screenshot of the UFO, zoom in, maybe try zooming in on the laser. Eventually, there were aliens on board and zooming in on those and capturing those with screenshots. It adds up, yeah.
What kind of camera did you use?
It was a cheap Verizon Optimus phone.
Do you remember the pixels on that?
No, it wasn't a flip phone or nothing, just an open-faced, cheap $45 phone.
And I'm going to say 6 years ago, it was probably no more than, say, 6 megapixels or less. But so at night, 1,500 feet away, with a very inexpensive phone, you're able to see aliens inside this, which is amazing in itself, because even if you have my phone, which is 48 megapixels or whatever it is, it would be hard to do that at night. So who's analyzing this?
What I did is, since the UFO was really, really bright, I would just add filters like contrast, sharpness, hue, and you just zoom in, and eventually an anomaly shows, and then you zoom in on that, and it ends up being an alien, 12 feet tall according to the width of the laser, and there's an eagle standing right by his feet, and that's about a 2.5-foot bird, and the alien is holding a tablet with about 50 details on it, kind of like in a hieroglyphic form, and you can see the pupil of the alien, all these details.
Is that in the pictures that I have recently from you?
Yep, those are the ones.
Hold on, I'm pulling them up for us all here. Wait a second. I see documents that you sent, and then there's something with the lamppost, and then you sent me some diagram, and then before that, I see them here. I think it is. Here we go. No, you sent me. Okay, that's something else. Yeah, because I want to show everybody this because I can't get the video. It's very hard to find, and things aren't working. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go back up to show everybody these pictures, things that you analyzed. How did you analyze this stuff, though? With what? You just blew it up on the computer?
I just used the cell phone with apps that were on the cell phone, and you just take a screenshot, and then you're given the option to go through all these filters, and you'll see right there is the alien. You can see he's standing in a doorway, and
right here.
Where your cursor's moving around, that's about where the tablet is. He's holding a tablet, and then you're about where the chin is with the cursor. That's the head, and that's the shoulder. That's the alien, and down by his feet is that bird.
Why am I not seeing it though?
Well, go up with the cursor a little bit more. There, you're on his chin. Go up some more, and go up some more with the cursor. You're going to encounter
the nose. There's a little delay, I think, in this.
Okay, the nose is basically that center dot on the head. That's the nose. And you'll see on the left, that's the ear. And that little square kind of corner on the left, that's the tablet shadow. You see. And he's holding that chest high. It's a 2 foot wide by 4 foot tall tablet.
I am not seeing it, Mike.
You're right there. You're on his throat with the cursor. And you see he's in a doorway. You can see the globe behind. That's a huge doorway.
This thing here, behind it, the yellow and orange.
Yeah. Now I'm on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me tell you, you caught me kind of short notice. I'm at 5% battery. If we have a problem, you got my number. Call me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to transfer it. Okay, so keep going here. That is the alien.
All right, I'm going to look at some other pictures here real quick, though. Hold on. I don't want anybody to see any private information, so I'm just going back and forth here. All right, so you didn't feel anything. What made you want to record this thing? What got you interested in this recording? Like, what did you see that night?
I just stepped out, and I saw a jet approaching from the south. Then I looked over near the west, and there was something that looked like Venus or like a helicopter, and it started tracking toward me. So I thought I maybe should record it. You know, maybe it'll be a helicopter. Oh well, but I better get some video. And as it went over, it was showering down debris. And again, on filter, I can see kind of like ash falling right where I was standing, about 10 feet up from the ground. And this thing cruised right over, and you can literally see the aliens just staring right there, point blank. And those are several pictures of the alien there. And
did you feel? Oh wow! What is this bottom left?
That's the alien again, and that's that doorway. These are several pictures, superimposed. That's the bird up on the left, but it's superimposed.
Oh yeah.
He's down at the right foot of the alien. You can see the alien in the gray on the right. You can see, like a sketch. You can see right there. You're looking at his
nose right here, then the eyes right here.
The nose would be that center white dot mostly.
Oh, here. Okay.
And center top. That's the nose.
Oh, I'm seeing it differently now. Okay, man, alive. This is definitely Mike. It's like the pareidolia times 9. Like.
It's on board a UFO measured by CIA supercomputer, all kinds of things.
Hold on, I'm just going to flip through these. Obviously, we see these.
That's the little bird, the dot down on the left. That's the little bird at his feet. That's the big doorway of the alien, 12-foot alien. And you can see that little squarish kind of image way above the bird. That's the tablet that he's holding. And there's better images, but these were just, I was just getting through the images. Yeah, there's the alien again.
There's the bird right there. Right?
Everybody sees the bird.
I mean, you can see the long feathers here. The beak.
That's right, the beak up there.
Yeah, and the head. Here's a little claw hand right there, whatever, talon.
Yep, you see he's facing to the left.
Yeah.
Got a beak and everything else.
So what are these creatures?
I think that creature, that bird is called Imdagud or Anzu, the giant bird from basically Iraq. Back in the time of Samaria, they had these creatures called Anunnaki that arrived and showed the people then all these technologies. And I think the alien is Marduk, son of Enki, because although Enki had the tablet, Enki lost the tablet to the bird, which flew up and took the tablet eventually from the evil brother Enlil, but being hailed at by arrows, dropped the tablet. That's when Marduk took the tablet over, and I think Enki was all right with it. So I think that's Marduk holding the tablet. Although the story's kind of muddled, whether the bird had it or Greek mythology says the bird was slain or it escaped according to Sumerian, whatever it was. I think that's what these characters are, and and the aliens holding the tablet of destinies. They call it the tablet of destinies, and it gives them the power to build UFOs, have invincibility and longevity and wisdom, and it has to be held prominently in chest high, and that's what it's doing. So it just kind of seems this is Earth. It could be a return. They've been here before. It's true history, so that's maybe what.
I'm sorry, I thought you finished for a second. Is there anything in that area of where you lived that would be a reason for the UFO to go there? Anything of a archaeological importance, something historic?
It is a summit place. If you noticed, it's really at a summit of the whole area, just north of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's high up.
How far north?
It is like maybe 8 minutes north of the skyscraper. But anything north of the video point, anything north is pretty much wilderness zone. I mean, it's like one gas station, one stoplight, and you just head into nothing but woods and wilderness. So it tracked right along the edge of wilderness and really a civilized city.
Now, for those people who are here tonight thinking I was going to bash on you or try to rip you down, that's not my intentions, because this stuff is very pareidolia-like. But if people can't see the bird here, I'd be surprised. And I do see some people saying they can't see it, but I'm going around it. I don't know how you can't. It's obvious there. So that could be an Anunnaki right there.
All these are images there of the bird superimposed. There's more of the alien.
Right.
Superimposed images. I was just crowding images in because of the pages are expensive. So
sure,
I would, you do things like that. I'm at 3%, Richard. I don't know. The charger goes down, so just call if it gets bad. But
okay.
There's an again in the doorway.
Yeah. I'm gonna back up here. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna stop this for a second and look privately for a second, because I want to get to some other things. Now, this is the controversial stuff that we talked about before. Didn't have a chance to show it as well as we can now with this new technology, but I want to come up to, this cross. What is with this? What the heck? I don't remember us talking about this. That was in the
cross.
That was in the
Well, what it is like I'm saying that the UFO is like littering debris. It's almost like you had a burning piece of paper, and it's just dropping all this debris and ash. Literally, this cross was at about the 10 o'clock position of that UFO, but it was away from the UFO, probably, 30 feet away, as kind of like just a piece of debris. And you zoom in, and you hadn't filtered that emerged. So it is from the UFO. It's not from Earth. That is shedded from the UFO.
I don't ever remember us talking about this.
I anticipate that is almost like 7 feet by 3 feet, something like that.
So so for people who don't understand, imagine taking your camera and you kind of whipping it kind of fast, because that image goes by rather quickly in the video. I wish we could find it. Somebody, hold on a second. I noticed that. I couldn't tell, but Mike, your volume is extremely loud. Is there any way you could turn it down or step back from the microphone just a hair?
Right now. Is that a little better?
Oh yeah, that's night and day. Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank you. I mean, it sounds better to me, but I have headphones on, so it's hard for me to understand what people are hearing. But I noticed it at the beginning, and I just didn't say anything. All right, so is this on the video, that short video you have? We would be able to find this somehow?
Well, only on the video you'll see the UFO looking like a bright light, but that's cross is due to filter and zooming in on all the debris of the UFO. So you're not going to see the cross. You're not going to see the bird. You're not going to see the alien. You're just going to see a bright light of the UFO, which is about 250 feet by 250 feet, roughly. And it's shaped kind of like a diamond on a playing card. Now, there's the alien anomaly from like 2014 September, where I just thought, well, there's the alien. But if you zoom in like I did in 2017 around October, when I was making my ebook Mock UFO with Amazon Kindle, I found that is the alien. Now you're way ahead of the alien. You're way up there with the cursor. You got to go down a little, and that's the head. And now there's the body, and the bird's right there. That's the alien. Now it's pretty much centered on the UFO. It's not riding in any other area.
Oh, see, I thought these were the eyes. This was the head.
That's way above him. That's the doorway high. You're right there around the chest with the, right there's a tablet. You're right. Yeah, that's the alien centered right there.
What's this?
That's just doorway light.
Oh,
it's
okay.
all.
Oh, you mean, wait, so what is this? That's
being really nothing. The tablet is on our left. He's holding it in his right hand. You're way over. The tablet is. Nope, you're way over on the wrong side.
Well, when you said our left, so you want me to go this side?
Nope, you went too far. Right there's a tablet. Come back a little more, centered. A little more to the right, Rich. That's the tablet right there, and right below him's the bird on the ground.
This here?
Nope, you're over too far. Right? Nope, way too. Nope. Go down a little low, a little more low. Right there's the bird, right there at his feet.
Oh, okay. But I don't see a tablet, and I don't see an alien. That's what I don't.
Sure, and when you do more zooming, as you can see on the other pages.
All right. Well, maybe they're here.
Yeah. See, there's the alien. See the tablet faintly on our left. That area is all the tablet.
Wow.
Correct. There's some figure there.
This I hope we can get the video, man.
Ebook shows you without reading, just picture by picture, how the alien emerges. And if you keep progressing, you'll see the alien get clearer and clearer. And you'll see how I arrived at the alien. All the way from a bright light on a video to, you can literally see his irises, his pupil.
What is, okay. So there's no way we would have been able to see this on the ground just by looking at it. You had to really break this down somewhat.
See, that's the UFO on the top left, kind of like a parallelogram diamond, right? And right there's slow down, because right there's the alien near center of that purple. Go over a little more left, a little more, and a little up high, a little high. Right there's the alien. So see, on the right is the alien zoomed in. And down on the left is the alien zoomed in more. So in other words, on the far right, that's the UFO where that black dot on the way left. So go down to the right picture. That is all the UFO zoomed in a little more. That little black dot is the alien anomaly on the lower right photo.
Yeah, I see it. That's crazy. So you're telling me this was in the pixel of the UFO that you took. It was a black dot, and you broke it down and found an alien inside, basically.
That's right. And the laser is dropping down way below the alien directly. Let's say the top left purple UFO you have. Yep, dropped way down. Leave the right there's the laser. You can't see it. It's a little further down, but other images show the laser shooting down. Right. I bet it's around.
Well, I'm at
2%. The battery's just.
All right.
Just phone me up here if you need. You got the number. Continue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll go as far as we can.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so let's talk real quick in case your phone dies and I can't get you. What is MUFON saying?
MUFON is Mark D'Antonio, the video analyst, and he is now saying he will get to it when he can. Now, he pretty much found it in his spam folder around May of 2019, and it's been like a year and a half, and they had problems there, and I think I think I'm gonna have to restart, but I sent Mark some instant messages today. He responded by viewing them, but I guess it's just gonna take him a little bit of time to look at a real UFO.
Wait a second. I thought they did an analysis on it already.
Did in 2015, however, they botched it because they did many things wrong. They called the UFO a streetlight, and the jet in the background, they called that the International Space Station, which John B. Wells told me that's impossible. So you can't get the International Space Station. So they had it all wrong. My time is 10:03. MUFON said it was 9:03. They called it all a hoax. I have screenshots of it being 11:03 and 10:03. MUFON also has it at 4:03 in the morning on the 7th of August. It's also at 10:02. Military time would be 22:02. So there's all kinds of times with it. Nobody really knows.
Do you think that they think it's nothing, just pareidolia?
It's something.
So you think they're purposely keeping it under the, you know what, hiding it?
Yeah.
All right, I got your book here, so I'm gonna pull it up. Here we go. Let's see if I want you with me on this. Now, why didn't you do it this time? Hold on. There we go. All right. So here's the book. So you can point out some things. Hold on. All right. So do we have the video? No, not yet.
That's the cover.
So that's the cover. Yeah. So here, this is, I remember this. That was the blurring of what we think is the street light or security light, whatever. That's what we kept saying, right?
But it's 1,500 feet up, according to a CIA supercomputer, and they said we don't have stadium lights that big. And this was taken in by Air Force Captain, retired, to Wright-Patterson Field in Dayton, Ohio. And the CIA checked it all over, and they called it a light. And now you can see right that blue, that filter on the right. That's the UFO, and right there, that upside down L is the corner of the building. It's like the roof, and then the downward outside corner, and way on the left is this security mercury light right there.
Okay,
it's a UFO, and several people have even measured it in distance. They know how far the jet is from the UFO.
So, okay, here it says reported to Peter Davenport. Okay, so that's the report. Okay. So how did you get access for somebody at the CIA to use one of their computers there?
I knew this girl in Florida, and she had this person over who was a Air Force captain, retired. I showed him the video. He looked at it and he said, "That's a UFO." He said, "Can I take that to my buddy friends in the CIA?" I said, "Sure." A couple weeks later, he reported back with all that data. Height, width, refracting, things that aren't a mercury light.
What's this right here? This, yeah.
Those are all UFO images in different filters.
Oh, wow. All right. I mean, you got a lot of stuff here. If anybody wants to check this out, I'll put just go to Amazon and then type in mock UFOs in the search, and it comes right up. There's a lot of stuff here that you're letting people see for free.
Yeah. That's just a couple.
Yeah, but still, it's a lot you're showing. I appreciate you giving us something for free. That's cool. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to go to the correspondence we had today, where you sent me some information. It looks like documents, and I'm going to pull them up. Can I show them?
I guess so.
Well, it's up to you.
Go ahead, let's see them.
All right, maybe you can explain it. Let me go back here. How's your phone hanging out?
2% and holding.
Wow. Yeah, no. All right, so this is from Mark. This is the email. No, I'm not showing it yet. So we don't really need to show this to them. That's just your verification of an email.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is to Mark D'Antonio. Yeah. All right. And how did you get Mark D'Antonio involved? Did he just pick it out, or did I not hear you say that?
Well, if you remember with Dave Scott at SOR, when I did the show in early January, he referred me to MUFON. So I talked to Jan Harzan. He said, "Oh, I'll get you my video analyst, Mark D'Antonio." And right there it began, where Mark was supposed to jump on it. So there's the graph page that MUFON had in 2015. The red line is the jet traveling from lower right outbound to the high left. That's just a jet, and they call that the International Space Station. And below that, you'll see the UFO and frame, which they call a Mercury Streetlight.
It's a little blurry for some reason. I don't know why.
There's shots of it.
MUFON, the ebook grid page, red by area by coordinate lines. Okay, says 903. Therefore, the hoax of impossible time. Okay, yeah. Nobody's saying it's a hoax.
Yeah, so Daniel Snow called it keystroke hoax in 2015.
That sounds like a computer thing, sort of. What does he mean by that?
Who knows? I don't know what that would mean.
Oh, keystroke hoax. That means you're using a computer to hoax it, is what they're saying.
Okay. Well, I am using a phone. I mean, to film it. So.
Yeah. Well, we need to see that video. I'm very upset I can't find it. If we find that, it'll make sense to everybody what we're looking at.
With a better battery, of course, too. But we'll hang through this. We'll try to hang through this show here. Yeah, but I mean, it's probably looked at as a hoax anyways, by, let's say, Mr. D'Antonio, for example, because otherwise you would look at it because it's an alien's UFO.
Hey, let me ask you something. How come you didn't try anybody else in the community, like other people, or did you?
Well, Peter Davenport was mentioned, right, of the National UFO.
Yeah, I know. Davenport doesn't really get back most of the time.
He's seen unambiguously showing the presence of a UFO, basically. I took this to a trigonometry scientist. He's a scientist that does a lot of trigonometry work, and he's the one that got a lot of data and measurements, too, on this UFO. And I've tried to go to colleges, with their computer and labs. But, I've talked to, people like George Knapp. I communicate with him as much as recently, or I will talk to everybody on Messenger, from John Lear to Don Wildman to SETI itself to even Seth Shostak. And I've tried to talk to others at SOR, but they would delete me. So, you can't get far when they delete you.
I am, the worst case scenario is I can go back to the show that you were on with me and we can pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just want to show people so they understand. So I'm going to do it. I mean, I think I'm getting closer to it, but I don't know if I'm going to pass over it. But let me just go to one of my old shows. I'll pull it up.
The reason that the UFO appears to be bobbling around is because the phone was like a week old to me. I wasn't familiar with the camera. I thought it was maybe centered on the phone. It was more off-centered. Plus, I could not see the UFO on my phone. It would not show up. Only the blink of the FAA lights on the jet would show. So I basically had to wait for it to track over the Mercury light, and then I knew I was probably getting something. And that's why I had to jostle around to make sure I caught something.
Yeah, especially if you're not expecting it. It's not easy. People think it's easy, but it's not.
I was trying to get video. I was trying to do photos. I was toggling back and forth. I thought I had photos. I had nothing but one video of about 23 seconds. But it was right overhead.
You should be right here, and I can't find it. Let's see. I definitely had you in the title of the show, and I wonder if I may have had to remove it if I had other stuff on there that was copyright. So let me just take a look here real quick. So no real analysis or what, man? That's it. Nobody else took a look at it and gave you anything important.
You go to MUFON when you do, back in the start of 2019. They take this long to look at something. You see the emails from Mark. This is what they do. I mean, you see Mark saying, I'll get to it when I can, or I received the video, or I found it in my spam folder. Thank you, Mike. Or, you just have to be patient.
Mark D'Antonio spends a lot of time spamming my Facebook pages. I know he can spend a few minutes looking at this to give you a real review. I'm afraid people just don't believe it is what it is. It's very, very, very difficult. We spoke about this before. Even I have a hard time with it. That's why I want to look at the video, because, you're telling us things and showing us things because you altered to get the information through. I understand that. But nobody wants to hear that. They just want you to videotape it and see it. What you're doing, it seems like you're breaking it down until you see something. But that's not the case, is it?
Alter, like getting the filters and the screenshots and the zooming in.
Yeah, all that stuff.
You won't get the alien. Basically, I have a business called Geek Group that I went to, and they use supercomputers, and they were able to do measurements. Anybody with a supercomputer can probably get measurements of this. It's not going to show up being a Streetlight. And CIA had their measurements. I probably circle back, but I'd have to go through Air Force Captain retired. I might have to go through a new chain of command too.
I think, yeah. Oh, go ahead. You were going to say something else.
Anybody who has the smarts to go through the computer, in an advanced way, can find all this data, find it 1,500 feet up. Empirical data, they'll have the data. CIA will have the data. You won't need to do it again, but if you do, you'll find it's 1,500 feet up. Way too much for a Streetlight.
How can they tell when it's at night how high it is, though? That's one thing I keep meaning to ask.
Probably do. He did trigonometry in one case, the scientist. The phones have degrees and angles and GPS within a meter. There's a building in the background. The blueprints say, the height of the building, the mercury light, and they just bounce all of this data. Maybe there's black box data on the jet going by. There's all kinds of data. There's even radar data from Coopersville, Michigan, which is about 15 miles due west of this site, and that is a military-grade radar installation which can handle for airplanes at Gerald R. Ford International Airport in Grand Rapids at the same time. In case there's any problems, they can also handle O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. So it's a sophisticated radar system where they actually saw something on radar, according to the trigonometry scientist. And when I summoned the police about 40 minutes after this incident, we watched something up in the sky, I would say 90,000 feet, and we watched it for maybe a few seconds as it streamed up into space and disappeared. And, with the dash cams all aimed on us, it was all recorded. But the trigonometry scientist, he called this UFO coming over a rocket drone. So that would be a rocket plume instead of the laser, it's all preposterous because it's refracting. And he said that it's strapped to a drone built by like a 10-year-old, launched from the lake shore, 30 miles to the west. And he said that, that it circled around and that it went up in the sky and it lost altitude, lost fuel, and it threw out a parachute, and that's why the light went out. So it was just falling down to earth. But that's all preposterous stuff right there. I mean, that's not what it is at all.
There's one thing you did mention, though, when I asked you about the cross, and you said that was debris. What happened that there was debris?
Well, it just says that the battery's empty and I will shut down, so you might want to get ready with the phone, okay?
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll take it right there. Go ahead and phone call. And I'll talk to you until everything dies. But give me a ring on the phone here. Basically, there is a lot of debris showering off this UFO. I don't want to say millions of particles, but you can zoom in because it's bright, 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 and there are so many particles of debris at various sizes. This UFO appears to be in flames. And at times the alien seems to be standing in a doorway of flames, but they're just passive as can be while this flame action seems to be going. Literally, there is a piece of debris the size of a football, and it's 10 feet off the ground right where I was standing. You understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just out of the way to film with the mercury light and the UFO going over, that thing would have landed on me. So this thing was just showering debris as it cruised across.
How come you never mentioned that before when we were talking? Did you not know about it or what? First I've ever heard of it.
I discovered that debris falling just 10 feet off the ground. I discovered that only like around the start of 2018, maybe. I don't know. I might have mentioned it, but maybe we have to go back and see. There's a lot of details to mention. I mean, the UFO, the bird, and then the measurements, let alone all the debris showering off it.
Yeah, I've been looking for our show that did. I can't find it. I didn't title it with your name. I think that's why. I thought I did.
Have them. I saved them. I stored them before everything got lost. And so maybe next time
we'll do an update.
And we'll be better.
Yeah. And all right, let me pull up the documents here because I was going to do that. Oh, and your phone number's there. So let me grab that before I forget.
% and holding.
I know you've got a few minutes. Not even. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the number. Oh, we're almost done too.
So there's a lot of details with this. I think we've only gotten about, I'm shutting off. I think we only got to 25%.
I found your number here. All right. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be calling you from Skype, and the number is a 480 area code, okay? Oh, no. Sorry, 602. Did I lose him? I may have lost him. All right. I'll call you. I'm calling. I don't know if he can hear. Well, it's pretty interesting. Let me get Skype open here. So it's a lot different than it was back in January. Wait, do you want what? Hold on a second. Oh, it's updating a new version of Skype while we're here. It's almost done. I'm like, why does it want me to sign in? It's already signed in. I'll call him back. Hold on, Mike. Pull this up. All right, got his phone number. Yep. Beep, bop, boop, 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 bop, beep, boop. All right, I'm calling. He's calling at the same time. Hey, it's Rich. Thank you for picking up. Let me get you on here. All right, so we're back in action. Thank you again. So what were we talking about?
Well, you were talking about the debris showering down from the UFO, why I didn't mention it. And I believe it landed on the ground and is still there today, kind of maybe like an oil spot from a car laying on the pavement. It's just there, but you can't really see it, but I'm sure it left a trail, complete trail.
Wow, and you haven't gone back. I would go back just for the hell of it. Maybe there's something that isn't growing.
Well, I went back in 2016 to get coordinates of the location, and some of those pictures of the security light, which are really clear, are from 2016 when I was trying to get coordinates of the location. But you really can't see any debris trail or nothing. But I mean, it's probably detectable with some kind of an instrument, but it's probably got to be pretty sophisticated.
All right, I'm going to pull up these documents. Are you able to see the show now or no?
No, I'm not. But you can tell me, and I'll recall.
All right,
you can tell me what picture you have.
Sure. Pull it up here. And okay, I need the ones from today. And it's coming. What did I do? Pass over it? Doesn't make sense. All right, that's there. Okay, here we go. I think this is it coming up. There it is. All right. First one here. Oh, these are phone calls, I think, or correspondence with Jan Harzan.
Yeah, that's probably early emails from
Yep.
January, the day, pretty much of the SOR spaced out radio broadcast late at night. So,
Do you think your sighting can open up doors for other things that look similar? Do you see anything else out there that could possibly be what you saw?
let me see. I have not seen this UFO as it is out there in other pictures of UFOs.
What about people who say they see
seen
flares? Couldn't that be this?
Well, the problem is this is way high in the sky, measured by supercomputers. So, though I mean, you can have a flare up there, it's not going to be casting an 8-foot wide beam, expanding to over 30 feet, refracting, and generally the UFO is 250 feet by 250 feet. I mean, it's the size of a city block. It's a big flare if it was, but it's not. I mean, you're not gonna get the alien. You're not gonna get the bird off a flare. You're not gonna get CIA to take a flare and say, "Oh, it's all this and that." You know, it's 1,500 feet up, 8-foot wide beam. You know, it is a light. They would have actually shot it all down in the early days and not even responded on it.
I found one here, correspondence. It says, Mark found out for his first time from Mike Brown, September 28, 2019, that Dan Snow of MUFON saw the real UFO vid. And what does this mean? Some soul pronounced everything there. Like he's talking it like it's really, okay, I see. If Mike Brown had anything near genuine as a UFO video by MUFON standards, you would all be the first to know. We're just waiting for Mark to, quote unquote, look at the video with the alien plus bird. What is that? What is that really saying? That we were just waiting for them to look at it since last September?
Yeah, and some soul is like, you don't know who he was really directing it to.
Okay.
You know, and then again, we're waiting for Mark to decide on it. Mark said, "Oh, I know Snow. I'm going to talk to Snow on this," and he hasn't bounced back on what Snow said, and it just makes it more suspicious.
I think they're going to be a little bit. I think they're just going to forget it, to be honest, and not because it's been going on for a while, but I think they think, and it may be just pareidolia. But you're saying no with all this evidence, but I still haven't seen. Where's the report that? Did you send me a report from the CIA person? Did they make one of it? A report?
You have to look at it as a UFO on video, and before you even look at a bird or an alien. I mean,
yeah, I know.
They're not even looking at it as okay, but no, the CIA responded to the Air Force captain retired. And the Air Force captain got back to me by telling me what was said. And he said, the CIA said, basically, tell Mike, don't worry, we don't have stadium lights that big in America.
Yeah.
And they gave all that data.
So that's what I was wondering. Where is that data someplace I could pull it up right now? Or is that the chart you showed me?
That was by speaking it. When the Air Force captain returned to the house in Florida where I was to tell me what Dayton had, it was just words that he spoke. There was no paper, there was no signing, there was no, hi, we're the CIA and here's our letterhead, thank you, Mike. There was nothing like that.
Yeah, I thought there was other documents you sent me that were official looking, you know what I mean? Not of things in the past.
Maybe from a MUFON report or a MUFON decision, or there was a document of maybe a copyright from the Office of Copyrights.
This is very difficult. Yeah, I think you're just going to...
police report, a supplemental police report. There's a lot of documents.
Yeah. But
they lost the original police report, so they had to get a supplemental where a police officer returned about a week later, and he just had to pretty much declare a Well, he called it a street light on my phone. I mean, that's just looking at a little light, a pin dot of light just bouncing around on the screen. But I mean,
No,
supplemental police report.
yeah. Well, I have two questions. Not one. One for the chat room. He didn't speak to the CIA directly. It was somebody who got the report from the person in the CIA who looked at it and said, these aren't, stadium lights or whatever. We don't have them that big. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was there is no data. There's no data at all other than what you've done, correct?
Well, there's data. Yeah, well, there's data all over the place. There's data from the trigonometry scientist where he knows how far the jet away from the UFO was, because he said, how far away was it? And I said, X amount of feet. He said, how about, what did the CIA say? And it was this and that. And he's like, they were closer. And that's in reference to the height off the ground. But he also knew the distance between the jet and the UFO when he asked me how far away they were. And I thought, oh, well, they missed by, 300 feet. And he's like, he said, not even close. So he knew the measurement of the distance of the jet from the UFO, for example, there at Geek Group. So all kinds of data could be obtained,
Could be. Yeah.
The width of the laser.
I still didn't see any laser, though. That's the whole thing.
That's the laser dropping down on the right side at about the 5 o'clock
Oh,
position.
okay. That's right. I forget. There's so much to go through.
It is a little bit.
Remember, you know this stuff by heart.
Yeah, I will.
So we're basically, there it is. I got it for everybody. Let me make sure they see it. Yep. So this is the beam. That's it. Yep. 30 feet wide. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wish we had the video right now. Pardon?
Well, the CIA said that it was 8 feet wide as it left the craft, this beam expanding to over 30 before it left the screen. So it may have even been wider than 30 feet, but they didn't bounce back with any measurement. But I mean, I have filters where you can see how the laser literally terminates right down to a point. And I think it maybe even, reached the ground darn near.
Yeah, I see that in the thing. Yeah, somewhere here. You said something fell. What fell?
Debris?
You said
debris fell.
You have a little picture underneath the one I'm looking at that has the diameter of the laser, and it says, "This fell here."
Oh yeah, that's the debris. That debris fell here. If you see that little purple kind of squiggly, kind of blotchy purpley thing, that's that football-sized piece of debris. It fell here where I was filming at.
Let me get to your book again, because your book covers
and that may be
stuff.
Superimposed with other pictures, but it's nonetheless the debris that was falling from this thing. And you can recover all that even if you had just one single screenshot of the video and putting it under the proper filters all over again. All these things would reemerge: the debris, the bird, the alien, all these things. But you have to know how much out of 100 to slide the scales on all these things: brightness, tint, hue, contrast, and all these things.
It's obvious. It's obvious you know your work very well. So after looking over everything and talking to a few people and hearing what people might be talking about, what they saw on this show or any other show, what do you think this is, and where do you think it came from?
I think it came from Nibiru. I think that's Anunnaki. I think that's an actual spaceship. I call the Starship UFO or UFO Starship. I think that's them. They have been here in history, and they have been on Earth, and you do return to the scene of the crime. So this could be them. I really think so.
6 years ago, that was 2 years before TTSA came out. So it's just by happenstance you just got this thing. Have you had any dreams or anything else happen to you since this? Of aliens.
Not really.
I mean, of aliens, of course.
No, not really.
Nothing. All right.
This has been the UFO I've seen, and I haven't seen one since. I usually see a UFO every 10 years. So I'm really not due to see another UFO for like 4 more years.
Well, that's interesting in itself. So you're a like once a decade experiencer. So when did this officially start for you?
Well, I think it was documented with National UFO Reporting Center. It was probably like around, 1991, around the time of the Belgium UFO outbreaks, those triangles. I had one fly over, giant triangle, and it had all these lights that were just swirling and cascading. This thing looked like it was going to careen out of control and crash, but it flew with great lucidity right into the ring of a cloud and disappeared. Probably 300 feet by 300 feet. Then there was another UFO I saw about 10 years after that looked kind of like a lit up dirigible, like a blimp, and it was north of Grand Rapids, about, I don't know, 15 miles. I mean, way out in the middle of nowhere, and there's no 3 a.m. It's probably 300 feet long. I think I saw that maybe around 94, 95, not quite the 10 years, but then there was really nothing until 2014. Now, maybe I saw something way up in the sky in Florida around like 2010, where it was like orbs, maybe a cluster of 5 flying in a slot formation of no particular array, just cruising, and then fading. And then I realized they were going out into space. But so it's about, it's around about 10 years I'll see something out there. But this one was the only one that's good for video. The other ones would not have made for really any video. No real aliens would have been there. No measurements, no CIA data would have been in any of those that I anticipate.
Do you think, with what's going on in today's mainstream media, how the Pentagon is always being mentioned now? It seems like once a week minimum on CNN, Fox, MSNBC. Do you think we're in a paradigm shift, like we've now are literally at the beginning of disclosure?
Yeah, I think so, because they're going to have a report now about every 6 months.
Yeah.
They're going to have to cough up a report. So I think you're on your way with that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I did a show the other day, and I just did a very, very little. I just picked out videos that have been shown over the last 3 years, just a few of them, and it's amazing how often we're talking about UFOs in mainstream media. It's just odd, I think, after this whole, the lockdown and all that stuff happened, it seems like they're trying to get our mind off of, the riots and all that other stuff. But I'm wondering, with this new thing that the Pentagon's going to keep doing, if we're going to see ships like the one you saw or the one you think you saw, it's hard to tell. But I don't know, man. Mike, it's an uphill battle. Even if you have the best evidence on the planet, people are going to kill it. They're going to want to say it isn't real, or you hoaxed it, or fake, you're lying. So it's always an uphill battle. But I do want to thank you for coming on. Can you just help everybody, other than Amazon, to get your book, Mock UFOs? Is there any other place that they can see you or visit you?
Well, I'm not really on social media that heavily these days.
Okay.
I've got some projects lined up, and I think those are some things we should go over, and those will be in the future, not too far off.
Like in 3 months or 6 months? Or more?
I'd say in 6 months.
And we'll have you back on. That's what we'll do.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming on, Mr. Brown. Streetlight Mike, as everybody likes to fake call you. But
Yep.
You're very nice. Very, very good interview I thought we did here. I thought we maybe knocked over a few walls and opened up a few eyes. So let's hope so. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Talk to you later.
Okay, Mike. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was interesting. A lot different than I thought. I didn't know how this was going to go today, because when we had Mike on, we had not a big confrontation or argument, really. It was just two people disagreeing, first time getting to know the guy. You know, it was interesting hearing why I didn't catch it the first time, that when you focused in on this supposed UFO. If we had the video, guys, everything I'm talking about, everything he showed or I showed for him, you might disagree with it all and say, come on, guys. Dave seems to think, and I do too, that he did see a UFO, but I don't think he captured it on video. I meant to say that when he was here. I feel bad that he left, but either way, he would have taken it like a man. Because when he moves the camera, the lights go by very quickly, very quickly. Like, I'm talking like real quick. You get image blur and everything. And Mike's saying, no, man, you're wrong. That is a light. Yes, but that one isn't. But in the video, it does look like it. It's this right here. The video doesn't do it justice. It's, you know what? This is just motion blur, in my opinion. When you watch the actual video, this isn't the ship. It's motion blur. That's how fast he moved the phone. And then, you have lens flaring. His phone, the screen may have had a little bit of smudge on it. At nighttime, you get this anyway, but that's pretty pronounced. So I could see somebody, if this is a UFO and I'm wrong, boy, would I like to apologize. But we have to find the video. That's what I've been doing, and I can't find it. I know when we watched the video when he was on in January, and I can't find the show. I'm looking all over in my archives as I'm here. February, I'm looking at right now. It's not there. It was January I had Mike on, I'm pretty sure. But, my memory's so bad. It could have been March, but I already looked. And I would have sworn I put Mike Brown on the show. I don't delete shows. I may put them on private, and I'm here looking at everything that is private and in my archives, and I don't see it. January. Spaced Out Saturday After Party Show. It was before that, I believe. It was not the unboxing of the McLaren. That was January 8th. It was right around there. December 30th, Jesus, UFO Jesus lies, Tyler Gochner lies. Taylor's bailout. It was almost a 3-hour show we did. It would have to, I think I know what happened. It might have been that night where the stream could have broken up. No, it didn't. We didn't have any issues on that show, I remember. We'll find it. Interesting. I don't know what to say. Oh, they found the video. Where are you guys sending it to me? Where is it? You would have to see. You can't send it to me here because I can't get the link. The 10th? Oh, I'm trying to catch up to you guys here. I'm missing out. Oh, here, you guys have it. Oh, it's GRS number 21. Okay. Got it. Number 21. Holy crap. How could that be? I don't even have anything like that. What day? January 10th? I don't even have that here. I don't have a show January 10th in my archives. This is weird. All right, guys. Yeah, my phone's the McLaren. The 10th. I looked on January 10th. I don't even have a show on January 10th. I have it on the 9th. And it's called All Things G. That ain't it. February? Do you mean February 10th? If you guys want to send, you can email it to GUFONRadio@gmail.com. Guys, really, if you do that, I have a February, check this out, 9th and a February 11th. I don't have a 10th. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm so sorry. Send it to Messenger. All right, thank you. I'm so happy. Oh, so Messenger, I can look up here. I don't know. I'm going on my phone because that's what I use all the time. All right, here we go. Messenger. You guys are incredible. Where are you? Guys, I don't see you. There's Clarence. All right, here we go. Here's my old show. Oh my God, I actually looked like I had some weight. That was the last time I ever looked human. All right, I have it. Here we go. Thank you so much, Clarence. You saved today. All right. This is interesting because watch. Wow. By the way, tonight's show is not in 1080 in case you haven't noticed. It's in 720. I thought that this was the last day that I could use the free trial for the 1080p on StreamYard. And I thought it would end at midnight, but it didn't. Here we go.
And the CIA said that beam is expanding to over 30 feet before it leaves the screen.
The one that goes like the 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock position? Or the one next to it that goes more 11:30 to 5:30?
The beam of light will be
unbelievable. Every
UFO
show
was a dial. It would be at around the 5 o'clock position, descending down, and it's kind of a brownish beige beam in real life. And the whole UFO is a blinding bright white light. You can see nothing, but through filters of hue, contrast, just add anything, vintage, whatever, and yeah, you start to bring out these other.
Wait a second. If I type that in, right? If I type that in, I should be able to pull up the URL, right? HTTPS at Guj Bop Bop www. Your mother's got 19 eyeballs. tube.com/watch. I know, Mike's probably watching us going, I still got it. I make these people believe pareidolia. I still got it. Imagine if he doesn't. Imagine if these beings actually travel this way. Right? HK. Wait, I'm at the human killers. BQHK, right? BQH, big K, little h. FPMZ, capital. QE, biggie. Here we go. Gush. This site cannot be reached. Isn't that weird? Oh, I am such a. So the video must be gone, I think. If I just type this in, let me reload it. Yeah, I can't reach that. That is so bizarre. Let me make sure it's right. HTTPS. Oh, I see. Wow. I thought I put those semicolons in. A matter of fact, I don't think I did. Here we go. Let's try it again. There we go. I got it. Thank you, guys. You're the best. All right, you ready? Well, let me make sure I got the screen. Hey, Wreaking Havoc. Oh, he's a little confused. Was he claiming he had photos of ETs? I personally didn't see anything. Did you? Thanks. I'll be honest with everybody. I did not see what Mike saw. I couldn't see him. I thought I did at one point, like see something, but then when I tried to look, I turned my head like this and I lost it. That's when I said, oh my God, it's just like pareidolia. because that's what it is. Thank you very much for that $10 super chat. Just ask a question. I appreciate it. Thank you. You know, super chat is open. We're trying to do this full time, so every little bit helps. All right, so I got the video here. Now we're talking an hour and 7 minutes later. Here we go. Ready? This is the UFO video that Mike captured. Now pay attention.
Yeah, I know the revolution. It's a weird one.
What do we see right here? Light post, correct? Oh, wait a minute. He's saying that's the UFO? This is the UFO. Wait a minute.
Really not good. Come in.
Wait, I'm confused. This is a different video. This isn't the same one, is it? Let me play mine now. I'm confused. I am really, really confused because I don't remember that. Does anybody else? Well, let me show you mine when we had him on the show. Let's see if it's different. I think it is. What is going on here, you stupid idiot? You hit the wrong one. I know. Don't call me an idiot. Well, that's who you are. All right. So here's the original when I had it on my show.
Images.
What made you want to videotape it though? The brightness.
So far,
of it,
it's the same. So my memory must be shit. I don't understand.
No. Well, when I stepped out, I looked to my left, basically to my south,
Look, watch.
going northbound. This jet, northwest leg. But so I filmed the UFO that way, and I checked it out about a week later. I got the courage to go check my phone, so I didn't want to erase anything, and I was kind of disappointed. It was just a little pin of light, and I thought that was maybe the security light bouncing around. Paused it, zoomed it.
So I am lost. It is the same video. This doesn't make sense to me now.
Yeah, I know the revolution.
I'm so confused. So, okay. So this is a light, right? It's a light post. Or whatever, security light. Now, when he moves the camera,
It's really not good. Come.
he's saying that's the UFO right there. How can it be? It's a light post, right? You're telling me this whole time I am really lost. I thought there was a building we see and all this other stuff. Why am I not seeing this now?
It's really not good.
So if that's the UFO, why did we all say, right, PBR, but why? Where it is, isn't it? I don't understand where this...
Come in.
It has to be, because you see the other streetlight in the back.
Come in.
Right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That right there. That's what we were talking about. Because you see the other one in the background, but Mike is saying no. But, you know, what are the odds? This one is in the background. This one is in the foreground. So when he moved the camera, see, that's what we kept saying. But he's saying now that's a UFO. So this whole time we're seeing a UFO right here. That's what he wants us. That's what he's saying. That's why he gets frustrated with me and everybody else, because we keep saying this is a street light because of what's over here. The other light, street light, security light, whatever the.
Weird one.
And Mike's saying it looks similar, but I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide. I just don't know. And, you know, he captured a lot of things and, yeah, I don't know. See, look at this. You see a lot of lines here. I think it's just several lights. This beam. Now, why would this beam be a different color? Anybody want to take a guess? If this was just a regular light, okay, why would this color come straight down like that? We've already got pareidolia here. You can see the orange beam going up here too. So there must be another light source or a different color of light. Or, guys, oh, that's right. He said there was falling debris too, which wasn't in his first story. So why would that be in this new story? You know, I don't know. You know, this is why our memories are horrible. You got a perfect example. I do it too. I have to, if something happens to me, I record it if I remember. And just like I did when I heard the thing say, I'll be in your head before you wake up, I keep telling the story and getting the timeline wrong. And when I listened to it a few months ago, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I got the time wrong. So, you know, when people add on stuff, now we've got falling debris because something was found, he blew it up and it looked like a perfect cross, which is weird. I don't remember falling debris at all. This is weird. January 10th, yet I don't see that on my page, my show. Oh, January 10th, 2019. I was looking this year. You mean Mike was on in 2019? That's how much time has gone by? I thought it was this year. It wasn't? Holy shit. I can't believe that. I could have sworn it was this year. I think I'm losing it. Seriously. How could a year and 9 months go by in 8 months? That doesn't seem right. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. It's just crazy. Anyway, got a lot of stuff to talk about still. We'll get back to Mike in a few months, 6 months from now, or however. I can't believe it's been that long. I got some stuff to talk about, and I'm sweating bullets over here. I wish that I had turned the fan on. All right, where are we? All right, so tomorrow's show is going to be the Nixia files and and everybody else who sent me something recently. So John Sports Cards gave me an update on some things, and I have Martin reader stuff. There's some things he sent in and some others, but we'll spend some time on Nixia stuff. It's going to be a lot of what we saw today. But this is what people, I don't know. We get a lot of great stuff from Third Phase of Moon. So I figured I would show some other stuff that's a little more woo-ish, in the field for now, not forever. It's just today, like tomorrow. I don't know. I just feel like we're getting a lot of stuff lately. And maybe these like this here. I got a video right here. Check this out. This is a lady who thinks, now this is a weird video and you're going to say it's fake just like I did, but let me pull it up. Because this is the world we're living in, and I don't get it. Here, fairies. It looks real. Come on, fairy. Excuse me? You're going to tell me that's fake. Holy mackerel. That looks real to me. I am telling you right now, that looks so real. It's crazy. And you're going to say it's not, right? I know, me too, because we're scared. We're scared of reality. I don't know. This can't be real. I'm telling you, it looks like it's in there. So I now have Adobe Photoshop and all that stuff and the editing and the video software and everything that everybody uses. And I bet you that's what this is. I'm seeing some things in this software that explain a lot of the stuff we're seeing now. This stuff is so easy to fake. It's not even funny. Ah, so annoying. But it looks real. That looked real to me. That didn't look real to you? They did that in 1910. It just looks real, FFS. Are we in the FFS zone? Holy crap, I think we are. Ma! Yep, we're in the FFS zone right now. All right. That was good timing. Stupid. All right, let me pull. I'm so dumb. I know. I'll admit it. All right. I found out this was fake, but it's making its rounds on the internet again. Some people think it's real, but this is fake. This is a city on Mars that is making its rounds. I don't believe this. How could this be real? Seriously? Anyway, it was a joke by Google, just so you know. So anybody who's seen this, don't get excited. It ain't real. All right. Amen. You did good. See, I looked into it. I sent it to a few people. Somebody got back with me and told me, don't you know anything? I didn't know. Our good friend, Deep Asshole, False Prasad, Deep Facade, is still doing interviews and still on Twitter acting as though nothing has ever happened. This guy's got some cojones, right? He says here it's true. Same with whales. They have much more convoluted cerebral cortex than the human brain, and their brains are a lot larger on top of that than ours. Basically, a matter of time until whales and dolphins are the technologically dominant life forms on. Yeah. Even in 1,000,000 years, those flippers won't have 5 fingers and toes. Schmoho. What do you think? They're much bigger than we are. Of course, they're going to have bigger brains. Elephants are really huge and their brains are small. Hey, it's my show. I don't need you to tell me something. Anyway, False Facade, Deep Asshole is still out there. Anyway, let's get to this. We talked about it yesterday. Some people are saying this is proof that what happened in the explosion yesterday or whenever was actually incoming missile. Check it out. This is supposedly them seeing it. Did you see that? What is this? Hey, Alfred. Holy shit. Did you see that? Whoa. Did you see all the lights? Was that one light turning off or did they all turn off? Did you see that? The whole city went out. Why did all the lights go out? That is bizarre. Oh, yeah, look at that. When's this date? 2020. I can't see it now. Why did it change? Oh, they zoomed in. Okay. 8/4. Did that happen only? Yeah, 2 days ago. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they survived, but why did all the lights go out on the city street? It's pretty wild. I, for one, FAP, I agree. I welcome our new whale and dolphin overlords. With all my strength and might, I want them to be my overlords. You know who I really don't like? I tried to. I really did. I tried to like Mick West. There's something off. He reminds me of like a Seth Shostak. Isn't Seth Shostak Isn't he the guy who doesn't do any research but automatically says, fake? Never held a camera in his life, doesn't know how things actually look in reality. He just automatically, because it's easy to say fake or lie or whatever, because most of the time it is a misidentification or hoax or CGI or a flare or something else. But Mick West does it too. And he made a comment on Twitter about paranormal orbs. And I wrote back. And I'm waiting for a reply. I don't know if I got one yet. Nope, not yet. But I have seen them, recorded them, and know for a fact there are spiritual orbs out there. Yes, 9 out of 10 times, no, maybe 7 out of 10 times, depends on the location, that there will be dust and dirt and pollen and all sorts of things. This is one of those. This video, I played it yesterday. This is definitely just a piece of dust or maybe a little balloon or whatever. But I don't like what Mick says. Paranormal orbs are usually nighttime optical phenomena caused by out-of-focus dust or water droplets lit by a flash. By a flash, he says. What about the ones that are in infrared or night vision? Here's a daylight orb, a bit of fluff, maybe spider silk drifting in the air currents, going in and out of low sun, so seeming to glow bright orange. Maybe spider silk. I hear my show in the background. Who's calling? They hung up. You can call in. You want to call in? You don't have to hang up. You want to call in? Change my mind. Change my mind? That what we're doing now? I'm going to call and hang. I got a call at 3 a.m. Somebody tried calling in. I guess they were watching the show. Decided to call in. On replay. I picked up. I was awake. Nobody said anything. They just sat there and all I heard was dead air. Maybe we should call that person back. Not this person. The person who just called now was a blocked number. All right. You don't want to call back? That's fine. More than welcome to give a holler if you're out there. I mean, I don't care. You want to call in? Call in. It's not a change of my mind, but I don't care. You're more than welcome to call in. All right, we got more stuff. Oh, wait, Mick West. Yeah, I was talking about that. So I left a message. I said, Mick, you're so adorable. You don't do any research into the orb phenomena. I know this because I used to think like you. But I did years of research and found out more than I bargained for. You are irresponsible when it comes to UFOs and the paranormal. Why anyone listens to you? And then I said this orb is a dust particle or a small balloon because it's how the sun hits it and it's barely out of focus, creating this effect. Real spirit orbs are factual proof. I mean, they're real. Make many mistakes, but there are real spirit orbs, spirit orbs. Yeah, look at these people are cute. I love these people. Watch. They got lights like right behind them in the window. Spirit orbs. Spirit orbs are a tough one. Oh my God. Tomorrow on the show, you're going to see a really cool spirit orb in the daylight, I believe it was. Well, it's caught on camera. But it's pretty cool stuff tomorrow, what we're going to be showing you. We here at GUFON Radio. What is this? This is about Grant Cameron. And this is interesting to me because Grant has gone away, in my opinion, but he said it himself. It might have been 19 months ago he said it. I don't know. But he said, I've gotten away from the nuts and bolts of ufology and have gone into the spiritual ascension world, all that type of paradigm shifting going on, maybe. I don't know. But he gets caught calling a lot of things what they really aren't. But he made a comment. And Foya Boy said, I really don't believe Grant Cameron is correct calling Dr. Hal Putoff a scammer. I refuse to believe he's running around at his age, skipping out on retirement to try and scam people over UFOs. Nothing I've seen of him screams anything less than sincerity. Now, even though Grant said that, I believe he was taken out of context because Grant probably didn't mean it that way. He's a scammer. Scammer doesn't mean you're stealing money from people. It means you're scamming on something you believe in that isn't real and telling people it is. You're scamming people. It's just probably a loose term that he used by accident. You know, when you talk on these shows for more than an hour, you got to come up with material. It's not always perfect. Anyway, there was an interview with Hal Putoff that I wanted to play, and I keep forgetting about it. And I'm going to pull it up because this is one of those things I don't want to go to the wayside another day. Of course. I'll find it. Hold on. Here it is. I'm only going to play this for a minute, but this is very interesting stuff, and I need a little break to breathe. So listen.
What the intent is, possibly off-world even.
Hold on.
But, well, there's a twofold nature of the threat. First of all, you've got these advanced aerospace vehicles flying around that we don't know where they come from, who's driving them, what the intent is, possibly off-world even. But the future threat was actually, as far as the Department of Defense went and the intelligence community, one of the greater concerns. What happens if potential adversaries achieve significant breakthroughs by getting hold of advanced technology, either based on their study of the phenomena or from sensor data or crash retrieve materials? Then that could provide a problem for the United States in the sense of threat. Well, there's a twofold nature of the threat.
Always a threat. Always with the threat. So let me ask you. Why is everything a threat? It's the narrative they want. They want you, the American, to believe that UFOs are a potential threat. You want to know why? None of you got it right when I asked before. Well, maybe you did. I don't remember. It's all about money. If it's a threat, and they keep telling us it's a threat over, and if they say it over and over and over and over, it's that subliminal effect like advertisers do when they want you to buy their product. They keep shoving that stupid Coca-Cola commercial down your throat. Then after a while, you're like, I'm going to try some Coca-Cola. Well, they're going to keep shoving this narrative down our throats. It's a threat because we don't know who's flying them. We don't know where they come from. We don't know their intentions because we don't understand it. So give us money to build the weaponry to protect ourselves from the things we don't understand or know. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Build a laser weapon? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Area code 928. You're on the GUFON radio stream. Who this?
Hey, Rich. This is Doc Skinner. How are you tonight?
Doc Skinner. Holy maholies. I can't believe you're calling in. Thank you. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. I wanted to ask you about the TR3B video that went up last night. I wanted to ask you about that because normally they have the three glowing red lights on each corner, but the one that was on third phase last night had a weird T shape with its lights, and I was wondering what your thoughts were on that.
You don't want to know. All right, I'll tell you. There may be a reason why we weren't asked. I don't know. Well, I think they got it late. I'm just giving them a hard time. I think it's an airplane because I'll tell you why. On February 6, 2006, I remember I recorded something that I thought was a TR-3B, and it turned out to be an airplane, and it looked exactly like that. Exactly. But when I looked it up, there were no flights in that area, though. That's the weird thing. But I heard it. You know, I heard, and I thought it was a UFO, and it looked identical. Even the way it changed its perspective, and it looked like a triangle, and then it had that T shape almost. That's a trick of lighting, I believe. That's just my opinion. It could be a TR-3B. Just You know, I
Well,
can't tell. I
yeah,
wasn't
see,
there.
I'm thinking there might have been a couple different models of the TR-3B because they got
Oh.
different models of other aircraft. But what kind of made me not lean towards the plane, because it popped in my head when I thought, oh, look, it could be a plane, but I didn't see the landing lights, the multicolors on each side of the wings.
Yep.
It was just these three solid lights. And I mean, you say you've seen one, but I haven't seen anything like that before. And it could be a plane. You know, we always try to be skeptical.
Mhm.
We don't want to just jump at everything and, oh, yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, and hence why I'm calling you, because we weren't on last night, so I wanted to get your opinion on that.
I'm playing it now for everybody, and you know, it is interesting. It does look identical to what I captured, but it could be because I don't see any flashing. I don't see the collision lights, you know, that stuff, the red or green light. There is a red light in the middle that is common.
Yeah, like the TR-3Bs usually have.
Yeah. Well, either that,
that's the story.
either that, or we're not seeing TR-3Bs at all. We're just seeing airplanes and being told they're TR-3Bs, but I doubt that. This is very interesting video, no doubt about it. But I go by what I know, you know, and things I've recorded that have fooled me many a night. And it's very similar, but this does have the red, that light is flashing in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just not seeing the green light.
Yeah, I mean, I see it. I'm watching it, and I can see how it can be misconstrued as a plane, and it could be.
Oh.
But that pulsing red light in the middle, and the fact that you're not seeing the landing lights, it's puzzling. It's puzzling. So I was just curious. I wanted to hear what you thought on it.
So
and then the other thing is what about that really? I mean, I thought it was a great TikTok video of the girl that filmed it from the plane at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I'll play it. Yeah,
it looks like an extended TikTok. I mean, did it look different to you?
It does look very, very good. She says that, and I'll play it later, but that the object was hovering and that the plane was turning. And what is it called? Is that parallax or something like that? Or what is that called?
Parallel?
No, but you know, when you're turning and it looks like the other object is moving along, like maybe that's an airplane just going in for a landing, and this one is also coming in for a landing, or maybe that one's taking off.
And it looks like they're standing still. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, that's very possible. But when they zoom in on it, I mean, you can't see any wings. It just looks like a Tic Tac.
That's the only thing. Look at that.
I mean, it's a great video. It is. It's impressive, and you know, I'm jealous because I want to see it. You know,
I have never seen. Yeah, like no doubt, man. Right? I want to see something like this. And the weird thing about this, huh?
I was saying I did have the TR-3B fly over me and my friends in a parking lot.
What?
And it was very. Oh yeah, dude. It was coming right over Pine Top Lakeside and over the Lodge Bar and Grill, and we were getting out of the car, and it was a night that I thought was supposed to have a blood moon. So I look up, and there's no moon, but I see these three pulsing lights. And, you know, me, I try to, you know, even when I see stuff, I try to be a little skeptical. I was like, oh, towers. And I'm like, wait a minute, I work at this bar. There's never been towers there. There's a neighborhood right there over these pine trees.
Mm-hmm.
And when it started, when it was floating over us and then over the tree line, it was going so slow, and it was silent, but it was going so slow, it was kind of wobbling like it was on top of water. And someone told me that was probably the stabilizers. You know, the faster it goes, the more stable it is.
Right.
But it was completely silent, and I told my friends, get out of the car, look. And one of the guys was a complete skeptic, didn't believe in anything. And he's like, oh, those are just towers. Oh my God, they're moving. I said, I told you. So as it went over the trees, the hospital helicopter, because we're up here on a mountain and it's always picking people up, it came over towards us over the trees with its searchlight on. So those guys had to have flown over and to the right of it. And I've never been able to find out who those pilots are because I want to, you know, ask them, you know, what did you see? But I found out that they supposedly store them, or not store them, but they do house them at the base in Phoenix and then also in Albuquerque. Well, I got on Google after I filed my MUFON report, and I got on Google and I drew a line, or it does that thing where it draws a line for you between the base in Phoenix and the base in Albuquerque. And kid you not, that flight path goes directly over the Lodge Bar and Grill.
That's unbelievable.
7 o'clock on a Thursday. The third friend said when he saw it, he thought he could kind of see through the 3 red glowing lights, like it was almost invisible. But me and my other friend, we saw the outline of the triangle. And literally, I mean, pine trees, they're tall, but they're not like the redwoods in California. And this thing was probably 5 feet above the treetops. It was that low.
That's crazy.
And I'll tell you, I beat myself up for it because me of all people should have filmed it, but I got struck. I got starstruck or whatever. I saw it, I froze. I was like, I don't want to blink. It'll go away.
Yep.
So I totally get how people don't catch stuff on camera. It happens because it's so bewildering and amazing when it's actually happening in front of your eyes. So, but it didn't look like this that we had seen on Thursday. That's why I was wondering if maybe it was a newer model. Maybe this is them disclosing Space Force spacecraft. But yeah, no, I wanted to call in and get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in too, because, well, it's very awesome, by the way. Thank you. And yeah, we never really spoke yet to each other one-on-one, which we need to do more often. So I appreciate you calling in and giving this an insight. That's amazing that you saw that, though.
Yeah, and that was my very first and only MUFON report. But it was, I've seen things. I come from a family of pilots, so I spent a long time on planes. I've seen things. But nothing like that. That was probably my most exquisite UFO experience ever. But the whole time I'm sitting there going, "Oh, that's Air Force."
Yeah.
I wasn't sitting there going, "That's ET." I looked. I said, "Dude, it's a TR-3B." I mean, I knew right away what it was.
Wow.
And that was actually a couple months after Google Docs released the patent on a TR-3B. So. And then I found out from another source that they do their flights on Thursday nights. So
that's crazy.
Right place, right moment.
Oh, too bad though you didn't get it on camera. That's too bad.
Yeah. Well, now that we're doing stuff with Third Phase, I can't wait for the travel lifts and bans to be lifted so that we can go start doing some real reporting, getting out there, on the ground reporting.
Oh,
so
I know. Yeah, definitely. I miss doing that, and I know a lot of people are itching to get out there. It makes you wonder how much we've missed,
Right. I mean, did you hear though that Apollo is going to Area 51?
I know. Isn't she going to be there next week or?
I know, and I'm extremely jealous.
We've got to get down there.
Check this out. You know who Jim Goodall is, right?
Yeah.
We had him on the show. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He is, good friends with Bob. He called Bob Lazar in my living room and had it on speakerphone. And he mentioned my name, and I started jumping up and down like a high school sweetheart. I was just like, idiot. Yeah. So, but he knows Area 51, better than most, and he's offered to take me and some friends to go check out the border. So
no way.
Yeah. If you're game, I mean, I don't know, are you?
Are you asking?
Oh, he's thinking, yeah, I'm asking you. Are you interested?
Oh, yeah, I'm interested. Yes, of course.
All right. Well, as soon as we can get some travel bans, I don't know, Paula, she can open any door. So
wow.
She's getting to go out and go to Area 51, but I think we should all do like a big thing and all of our shows broadcast or tape or whatever, and we can all interview each other. I think it'd be a big cross-promotion extravaganza, and we'll be at Area 51.
Oh.
Hang out with a little alien and, make a thing out of it.
That's the dream for a ufologist researcher.
Yep. So I say, live the dream.
We will. We will live the dream. Anything new coming in lately that you can talk about?
No, they got me working on something I can't mention yet. But things are in the works.
Me
Things are in the works.
too. They got us working.
I know. It's so nice. It's so nice.
There's
I mean, Blake and Brent are awesome. They are probably the most uplifting guys I've seen up there. They encourage us. They help us, get a foot up, or they share viewers with us. They're not, it's our show. Where are they doing? I mean, they're willing to reach out and help other researchers like ourselves really get in the game. Well, I know you've been in the game, but I'm kind of.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
And I just can't say how much I appreciate the two of them for all they've done for us, and me especially. So anyway, all right, enough bragging on them. Just everybody check out Third Phase of Moon. Be sure to subscribe to that notification bell. Do the same right here on GUFONRadioStream.
And Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions.
Yes, you can do that too. That'd be awesome.
Where is 1028? Is it on YouTube, or can you tell us where to find it? Or is that something ufologists would go to?
No, it's going to be now because of Third Phase of Moon. I'm going to be focusing strictly on UFO alien stuff on the YouTube channel. All my other stuff, which basically is all the crazy news going on in the world that we're seeing every hour now. And I'm kind of like an information hub. I find it and get it out there where mainstream media won't touch it, because the future is independent media like us. Unbiased, no agenda driven. And so if you believe in independent reporters like Rich and myself and Blake and Brent and everybody else out there, please support, because we're doing this for you guys.
Yeah, Sala. Is it John Sala? What's his name? Sala?
Dr. Sala. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then we also have now Schratt. Michael Schratt has been giving reports and stuff.
Yes, I'll just say that's my assignment. We'll just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, but something's coming. Something's coming.
It always is, man. Thank you so much for calling in, Doc Skinner.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much for the time, and thanks for your input. I was really interested to hear what you had to say.
I hope I'm wrong, but I think I might be right. But I hope I'm wrong. But thank you. I appreciate your input too.
Yeah, and we always have to look at it from both sides, or we're just we got to do it. That's just the way it's got to be done. So, well, thanks for letting me come on and hijack your show for a little bit. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. And have a good one.
Always welcome to come on mine if you want to talk crazy stuff outside of UFOs. We do that too. So.
I love talking crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, I do. I am crazy, so it fits.
We all are.
Yeah, right. Thanks everybody in the chat room. Kudos and said hi, and everybody. Thank you very much. I did see you, so appreciate it. All right, you have a great rest of your show, and I'll chat with you soon.
Thank you very much. Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Doc Skinner. That was awesome. This was a nice, unexpected call. Man, that's just great. Yeah, and holy mackerel. There are some things that, Third Phases that they're working on. I know some things. They won't tell me the details, but they'll give me hints because they want it to be a surprise too, and they want me to go in fresh to give my own perspective on things, no matter what. See, people don't know this about Third Phase. You may know, maybe you do know, and this isn't to pump them up or anything. It's just, we're collaborating with them and working with them, and they're working with us, bringing in voices that may have never been heard of or have enough credibility that Third Phase can take what we say and put it in their videos, which is what we do. Now, we're not doing the 4 or 5 of us at a time anymore. It's whoever can bring Third Phase a report or an update, or if they're available to talk, maybe they'll call and ask you if you can do a 2 or 3 minute report or review on something. So Third Phase has definitely turned that corner to where they're going to be bringing updated information almost on a daily basis if they can. Whenever information comes in, it gets vetted to a point, but you can't know everything. You only know what the witness tells you, and you want to be the first person to get that stuff out there, because then nobody will care about it. You know, it's like, oh, it's 3 days old. Nobody's going to care about it. You know, it is. So the internet's weird. So we put stuff up, and what we hope that happens is people will debunk it for them, for us. And that's what goes on. Yeah. And they look at stuff pretty closely, and they will not post anything CGI anymore. Anything that resembles CGI, it is not going up. Believe me, I tried sending them something, and they're like, no, it's too close to CGI. Come to find out, after a couple of days, it actually was. See? So, oh, yeah, he hung up. Let me get rid of the banner. Try to get that on there for Doc. Very interesting. So Doc saw a TR-3B. Can you imagine? That'd be awesome. But oh yeah, I was showing you here. You want to hear what this girl, the witness, said? Since I was playing this while Doc was talking in the background. Here's the witness's review of what she saw out the window.
Hi, my name's Shauna. I'm the one that took the video. And the story behind the video is me and my partner were flying back from Puerto Rico. And at the time we were flying over Boston. So I decided to take out my phone and just, you know, get a little video of us landing, coming through the clouds, get the city, stuff like that. And while I'm filming, my partner looks at me and he's pointing out the window. He's like, "What is that? Do you see that?" And I thought he was talking about like maybe a boat because the harbor was right there. And I was like, "Oh, it's just a boat. I don't really see anything." He's like, "That's not a boat." And so I look some more, and then I zoom in because it's just this disc just sitting there in the sky. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, what is that? Like, it's way too small to be a plane. It's way too low to be a plane. It's not even moving. It's just hovering there. There's no propellers on it, so it couldn't be a drone, you know? So I'm just like going through the possibilities of what it could be. And I'm just like, me and him just agree, like, that has to be a UFO. It has to be. There's no other thing that it could be, you know? And we were on a plane with maybe 15, 20 people at most. So I'm looking around, I'm like, is anybody else seeing this? Like, or are we the only ones? And it doesn't seem like anybody else is paying attention to it. So, and I took that video about 2 weeks ago, and since then I haven't seen anything on the news, anything on social media. I haven't seen anything about it. So I figured, well, might as well post it on Twitter, put it on TikTok, get it out to as many people as I can. And maybe somebody can like try to debunk it or can solidify my belief that it is a UFO. But yeah, it's just, I'm literally just so surprised that I even got a video of something like that. I'm very happy that I did, don't get me wrong. It's just crazy to me, you know? And in the video, it looks like, so it might look like it's moving a little bit, but it's not. It's just because it's right here and the plane was kind of going around it. And eventually I lost sight of it. So I took my camera off of it because I couldn't see it anymore. But yeah, it's clear as day, you know, and I'm just completely in awe at the fact that I even got something like that on camera. So yeah, that's the story behind it. Thanks for listening, and hope you believe that it's a UFO too, because it is.
That's right, because it is. Good report. You know, it's always in the short time I've been working with Third Phase and had to contact witnesses. Two of them, or they got back, one of them with video, and another one, you know, they just sent over a dot. I mean, it was nothing you can do with it, but they get back to you. These people want their stories out there. It's amazing. And whether you believe this, because you see, this could be a plane.
When you get testimony and video,
it could very well be an airplane, guys. I wish I had my video out when I went to New York in 2009, and I recorded 2 of these. And then I put my telephoto lens on to get closer. I got it out of the bag and they were still there. And I was surprised. And when I zoomed in on it, the wings were there. This is not that far away. That I think you would, mine was shot with a real camera, not a phone, but I would even think with a phone, you would see the wings, you would see the fuselage, you would see the bubble from the top to the tail. We don't see that at all. That to me is weird. We're not that far away from this. This may be 2,000 feet up, if that. And the plane may be 4,000 feet up coming in for a landing, like she said. She wanted to get a video of the city. And I don't know, is this a plane taking off, coming in for a landing while they're coming in for a landing? It looks like it's just there. That does look like a... Wait a second. Hold on, I want to see something. Damn it. Hold on, I'm going to get it. I thought I saw the wings appear when the camera moved and the tail. Seriously, sometimes you get weird movements from camera and they reveal things. I'm telling you, I'm getting like the Out There channel now. I'm going to spend 4 hours on a 30-second video. Anyway, pretty cool. Very cool. I appreciate that. Doc Skinner calling in tonight. That was awesome. I want to thank Mike Brown. I know. Don't have to turn the music up that loud. I want to thank Mike Brown, Streetlight Mike, for calling in, giving us an update. A little more clarity on his sighting from 2014 in Michigan. We'll see him in 6 months. Hopefully he's got an update for us. I'm still on the fence about that one. Nah, I'm not. The video didn't show. I'm confused more now than I was before. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Super Chatters. And thank you for the moderators for doing the job well done, and everybody else who joined us here tonight. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. We've got the Nixa report coming in and all of the good stuff recently that was sent to GUFON, not Third Phase. So I'll be sending you, I'll be doing a show tomorrow about the things that were sent to GUFON. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/GUFONRadio. I will be updating this weekend with a bunch of stuff. So if you want to support the show and the stream and GUFON, go to patreon.com/GUFONRadio. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And please share the show. That's the way we grow. And the website is GUFON.net. It's free from me to you. That's your site. You do what you want under the umbrella of GUFON Network. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Keep your eyes in the skies and all that other stuff. Take care. I don't want to use that. I'll see you tomorrow. That's Third Phase. It is. That's what they say. Keep your eyes to the skies. I don't say that. I don't know. Keep looking up, looking out. There we go. And that's real cute, real cute. Played the wrong video. Everything worked perfectly until that. I just ruined the entire show. What is going on? All right, all right. Stupid I am. I gotta rename them or something. It's backwards. Thank you, Tina. $3 super chat. $3 super chat from Tina Hisola. Tina Hisola. $3 super chat. Thank you.